What is up, McManus MMA fan? We are back with another full card prediction for UFC Fight Night. Michael Costa versus Arnold Allen. Oh yeah. And we're gonna be breaking down the entire card. Excuse me already. Dang, bro. Ariel Helwani's getting everybody with this COVID or whatever this is going around. We're gonna be breaking down the whole card, starting from the very beginning all the way to the very top. We're gonna start it off with the very first prelim of the night, which is Shauna Bannon versus Nicole Nicole Cagliari. Um, this one's kind of iffy because both these gals kind of stink. But I'm gonna go with Nicole on this one. I know she's coming off that KO loss over Carly Judice, but Carly Judice is pretty good. Carly Judice is pretty good. Um, excuse me, I'm so tired of this. And then she also kind of lost that iffy split decision over Ernesta Caracante. And she just lost to, what's that chick's name? Taryn. I think I might have picked her to lose that fight. I don't know. But the reason I'm going to pick her to win this one is she was on a nice streak, including the Dana White Contender Series fight, of submission victories. And if we look at Shauna Bannon's history, she's coming off a loss by submission. So, if MMA over Sam Hughes too, which Shorty is ugly. But if MMA math makes any sense, I would say that, yeah. Well, she also did beat Ali Sardeline. That's not terrible. That's not great. Dang, man. I don't like picking these chick fights. But I'm gonna pick Nicole. She looks like she has a BBL too, so I'm gonna hope that a lot of that BBL power is gonna go right into those fists. She'll be able to take Shauna Bannon's head off and squeeze her with a triangle with her BBL. That's my prediction. I want a BBL triangle submission by Nicole Cagliari. Yeah, I'm going with Nicole Cagliari, and I'm gonna go with decision, but I can see a submission happening via BBL choke. So let's move up. Moving up the card, we have Daniel Bears versus Louis Gruel. Can you guys tell that I got a nice little computer here? I think it's running very well. It's running very, very well in my opinion. Um, this is tough. This is tough. I think I'm gonna go with Louis Gruel on this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with him. I think I'm gonna go with Louis on this one. Yes, I know he's on a 3-fight losing streak. Ode Osborne, then Jesus Aguilar, which the Jesus Aguilar one is not terrible. I mean, the Suma Darji loss and then the SFM, but I think I. No. And then he just lost to Alden Correa, though, and that guy's not bad either, so it's like. It's hard to pick, because I know that Barras, he's not on a 3-fight losing streak, which is nice. But he also had that win over nobody. He had wins over nobody that I was thinking of. I'm thinking of somebody else. He beat some what was that guy's name? Some Can. He beat some Can, I feel like is the only guy he's fought. Um I don't know. Victor something, that's the guy that he beat. The only guy that he's beaten in the UFC. Other than that, he got submitted by Andre Lima, and he got submitted by Half Filo, which, isn't bad. Well, Filo, he did just lose to Cody Durden, which is wild. Wild. But, I think I'm going to. Dang, man, this is tricky. A lot of these fights, I think, are even matchups, I would say. Even matchups. But I do think I'm going to go with Louis Gruel to win this one. I think I'm going to go by decision. Because I don't remember the last time that I saw him KO somebody or TKO somebody. I don't remember the last time. I don't think he ever has in the UFC. He got slept by Ode Osborne, and I think that's the only thing. But I think I'm going to go with him. I think his regular opponent is better than the Daniel Barras opponent. I think he's fought higher level guys, and I think this is a very winnable fight for him. This is a very winnable fight. I love how it says that Daniel is 56 pounds. So if he is 56 pounds, Louis, you should have this one in the bag, man. I would expect you to have this one in the bag. I hope he's not actually 56 pounds. That would be bad. I don't know how I would feel about that. Hamza Chimaev can miss weight, but bro, you can weigh in at 56 pounds. I don't even know, man. All right, let's move up the card. Alice Ardeline versus Puliana Viana. Vienna. Is that a that is that is a Jujutsu Kaisen tattoo on the leg. Hello. But I'm gonna pick Alice to win this one. I'm gonna pick Alice to win this one by decision. My reasoning, I don't know. She actually lost to Shauna Bannon in her UFC debut, and then lost to what was that chick's name? Um, Melissa Martinez. That one, Torta, and then Dos Santos beat her. Like, not RDS, but another Dos Santos. And then I think she's only been fighting cans, really. Puliana is on just like a nasty losing streak. Yeah, I mean, Gillian Robertson, she's been looking really good, so I can't even put it past her. Gillian Robertson, that's a tough opponent. Um, and then she lost to that chick that lost to Mizuki. That chick Mizuki, that was awesome. That one chick Mizuki. Shout out Mizuki. Um, yeah, I mean whew, that's tough. But yeah, I'm looking at her record. She has one win over um Jin Yu Fry. I can fry if I really want to. I can. Um, but she hasn't won since 2023. That was 3 years ago. I love the tattoos. But I gotta go with Alice on this one. I feel like she's got more momentum and more confidence. Even though I do love the tattoos. I love the tattoos. This reminds me of a really good joke I heard one time. This was at a Mark Norman comedy show. So one of the openers said, "Everybody's into girls with tattoos now. That's the whole thing." And my buddy and I were at a museum. There was these pictures of these girls with tattoos, and he goes, "They're so hot, aren't they?" And I was like, "Dude, we're at the Holocaust Memorial Museum." So that's a good joke for you out there. Anybody that was listening, that's a good joke for you out there. Not said by me. That's a quote by the opener from Mark Norman. Moving on. Cody Brundage versus Andre Petrosky. Bro, oh my gosh, the hammer and sickle here, bro. Hassan Piker diaper feeders are actually soying out right now. Oh my god, oh my god. He has to win. He has to win. He has to win. Um Everybody knows that his loss to what is it, Jacob Malkoon via hip and being hit in his head, getting hip KO'd. But Cody Brundage, man, he did look pretty good against Dante Johnson, but that dude looked terrible in that fight. That dude looked really, really bad in that fight. And Cam Rowston absolutely slept him. So, I mean, I have to go with Andre Petrosky to win this one. And I do like the Ragnar Lothbrok tattoo there as well. That's pretty awesome on the arm. Excuse me, I'm burping. And I'm not a big fan of the gorilla on the leg by Cody Brundage. This feels like Ink Masters right now. I'm just judging everybody's tattoos. Um, but I'm gonna go with Andre Petrosky to win this one. And if I'm gonna be completely honest, guys, I think he's gonna win by decision again. I think he's gonna win by decision again. But we've seen Cody Brundage be finished before, and I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. But we know that Andre Petrosky is a little chinny, though. He is a little chinny. Getting knocked out by somebody's hip is not the best look. So Cody Brundage, I am rooting for Cody Brundage, obviously, because this dude needs to catch a win. But that beard is there for a reason. The beard is there for a reason. Moving up the card, another chick fight, bro. Ketlin Vieira versus Jacqueline Cavalcanti. I'm gonna go with. I think I might go with Cavalcanti on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cavalcanti. She is on a gnarly win streak right now, obviously, and her only loss is not even in the UFC. It was in PFL. She hasn't lost in the UFC. Every single win she's having is, decision wins. Surprise, surprise. But Caitlin Vieira just lost to Norma Dumont, lost to Kayla Harrison, lost to Raquel Pennington. Those are all, really good chicks. Those are good chicks. Why are they giving her, like, bums? Chicks I've never heard of. What is this chick's name? Panny Kaizand. Panny. That's her name is Panny. I've never heard of Panny Kaizand. Kaizad. Never heard of this chick. She's from Sweden. You're like, congrats, buddy. You beat Panny. Now you're fighting Kayla Harrison. You lost to Kayla Harrison, so now you're going to fight Macy Chesson. I've heard of her. Loses, and then she wins. Then they give her Norma Dumont. So I think this is... I'm going to go with Cavalcanti, though, bro. The win streak, bro. The win streak, bro. But the win streak. And she kind of looks like Willow Smith. But if this is MMA rules and we are doing the rules of WMMA, then Caitlin Vieira would win because she does look like... Who does she look like? She looks like Steve Gerben in a wig. Those who know. She looks like Goebbels in a wig. She looks like Steve Gerben in a wig. But I'm going to pick Cavalcanti to win this one by decision. Moving on. Tommy Gant versus Arthur Minev. This dude is from Ukraine. I know that. This is mysterious, bro. This is mysterious. It's like a mirror matchup right here. Both guys are undefeated. But Tommy Gant has a win in the UFC. Well, not really, but he had a Dana White Contender Series win, a submission win in the first round. That was good. Oop, I just saw a picture of Arthur Minev here. Both dudes are just on, like, crazy streaks right now. This is very interesting. Oh, excuse me. But I got to go with the rules here. I'm going to go with Tommy Gant to win this one. Again, man, this dude is on, like, an insane finish streak. He hasn't... Yeah, the last time he won a fight by decision was in September of 2024. That's the only time he's won a fight by decision. Other than that, he's TKOing and submitting everybody. So, yeah, man, yeah. We'll see, man, we'll see. But I'm going to go with Tommy Gant to win this one by... Let's say submission. Let's say submission. I'm going to go with submission on that one. Yeah, I'm going to go with submission on that one. All right, moving up the card. Tuco Tacos. Let's go. Versus Ivan Erslan. Not to be confused with Ivo Aslan. Wow. Hi, low key. I might be feeling a Tuco Tacos win here, man. I might be feeling a Tuco Tacos win. Am I crazy? The Navajo Sterling loss is not that bad, and then the Omar Sy loss. Okay, that one could be better. But yeah, man. I mean, the Junior Tava win is aging pretty well. And this other guy has just lost to Jimmy Crute by submission. So what the hell, man? I might be crazy. I might go Tuco Tacos by submission. Am I out of my mind? Am I crazy? I think I am. I think I'm going to go Tuco Tacos on this one, man. I really do. I'm going Tuco Tacos by submission. I've lost my mind, I think. But I'm going to go Tuco Tacos. Call me crazy. This dude's IQ. He can answer simple questions. I saw that video of him doing like the 12-year-old math questions. That was cracking me up this morning. So I'm going to go Tuco Tacos, man. Let's go to the main card. Nikolai Veretennikov versus Chaos Williams. That is such a badass name, bro. Chaos. That is sweet. I might pick Chaos Williams to win this fight, man. I think I'm going to pick Chaos Williams to win. I know Veretennikov is kind of one of these like name merchants, if that makes sense, where they have like a crazy name. They're like, bro, dude, did you see what he did to Nico Price? Yes, he did something to Nico Price that every single human on Earth has done to Nico Price. It's like, dude. But he lost to Soriano by unanimous decision. It's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Chaos Williams to win this fight. Yes, he just lost to Bonfim. And that dude's turned out to be like a pretty good contender. If he beats Bilal Muhammad, he's looking at like a top 5 opponent. Maybe a JDM matchup. And then he lost most recently to what? It was Andreas Gustafsson. And that dude's fighting Daniil Donchenko in like 2 weeks. So, yeah, man. I mean, and that guy's pretty good. He just lost to Fakhretdinov. But still, that dude's pretty good. He was killing everybody before that, and if you survive that guy, people are saying Veretennikov's gonna knock out Chaos Williams. I don't think so. I think Chaos Williams is gonna win this one. I want to say KO TKO, thinking back on the Charleston Harris win, but I think this is gonna be a decision win. I do think this is gonna be a decision win. It is tricky because Veretennikov, got knocked out by Vanderford. What was it? Austin Vanderford. Um, but that's like the only time that we've seen him get knocked out in the UFC, really. Um, and then he's just losing to decisions. Like the Puniel Soriano fight, he lost by decision. And I think that's going to go very similar. I think this is going to be a very similar fight to that. I think Chaos Williams is going to win this one by decision. Call me crazy. Call me crazy, but I think he's going to win this one by decision. Let's move on. Timmy Kawamba versus Bernardo Sopage. I'm going to go with Sopage, I believe. I believe I'm going to go with Sopage. Yes, he looks so Italian. He looks so Italian. Um, but also, this dude is, he's not bad, man. He's not bad. He beat Ricky Tercios, but he was fed. His first fight in the UFC was against Vinicius Oliveira, and that was when Vinicius Oliveira wasn't he didn't get checked like he did against Batista. Um, and I think that was like the nasty knee. He was winning that fight. Yeah, he was winning the first 2 rounds. And then they go into the third, and he just gets that knee, that flying knee of flying knees. Just gets killed by that flying knee. That was the flying knee that got him. But again, I think like this dude is he was winning that fight. And Timmy Kawamba, who was he lost to? Blagioki. Okay. Lost to Lucas Almeida. What up? Um, and then just knocked out Roberto Romero, who, we haven't seen that guy since. He lost to David Obama and Timmy Kawamba, and we haven't seen him since. And he just beat Chang Ho Lee. Chang Ho Lee. But that dude was on a nice streak too, so it's like okay, my headset died again, but that's fine. I'll edit that out later for sure. But I think Sopage is better, man. I just think he's better. I mean, again, Vinicius Oliveira lost. That was your debut in the UFC. That's not bad, man. That really is not bad. So I think I'm going to leave Sopage to win this one by decision. I do think he's going to win this one. Um, and he has sweet tats. So let's move up the card. Modestas Bukauskas versus Christian Edwards. Christian Edwards. Um, yeah, I have no idea about this guy. He just knocked out some guy in Shamrock FC. So Modestas Bukauskas was on UFC 322. No, 324. Got knocked out by Nikita Krylov. But that dude's actually really good. That dude is really good. Yes, losing to Bogdan Guzgov and Dominic Reyes. Not that bad, man. Not that bad. I think Nikita Krylov is really well. And if the fight announcement is true that he's fighting Robert Whittaker at International Fight Week, I'm picking Robert Whittaker to beat him. But Bukauskas was beating everybody. He beat Paul Craig. Was he the No, who was the guy he retired Paul Craig. Um beat Kutalaba, beat what was that guy's name? Sorcuera, Raphael, whatever. I mean, he's been beating a lot of he's tested. He's UFC tested is what I'm saying. So I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's going to absolutely slime out Christian Edwards, this guy who is fighting in Shamrock FC. So, you know, call me, say whatever you want, but I'm picking. Sweet, bro. Sweet. I'm getting phone notifications. I'm getting phone notifications. Thank you. My phone is connected to the computer now. That's good. Um, yeah, I'm gonna pick Modestas Bukauskas to win this one by TKO. TKO. Um, let's move up the card. Malcolm Wellmaker versus Juan Diaz. I'm picking Malcolm Wellmaker, man. I don't care. I don't care. Everybody's saying, dude, Malcolm Wellmaker sucks after that Ethan Ewing loss. That Ethan Ewing loss is aging extremely well. I think that loss is aging very well. Ethan Ewing at this point is going to be fighting a top 15 opponent, as I think is the rumor. And dude, just look what he did to Estevam, you know. And there were moments where Malcolm Wellmaker was actually having some success in that fight. So let's not. And he was on this crazy streak. What was that one? Not Chris Moutinho. I mean, how he put out Chris Moutinho and O'Malley couldn't. Cameron Simon. That was the one. Cameron Simon. He absolutely slimed that dude out and won. And I think I picked him to win that fight. No, I didn't. I picked Wellmaker to win that fight too. Um, but yeah, man, I think this is another one just like that. He's had time off. He's had time to recoup and train a lot more. And this Juan Diaz guy is just like he won on the Contender Series, which was a very good fight. That was a very, very good fight. Um, who else was on that same one? That was the Rahiki one. That was the Rahiki card. The Rahiki and Wes Schultz, bro, was on that same Dana White Contender Series night. But again, man, I'm picking Wellmaker to win. I really am picking Wellmaker to win. I do think this dude is really, really good. It's just Ethan Ewing is a little bit better. And I'm going to glaze Ethan Ewing to the day I die at this point. He showed everybody what's up. And, all props to Ethan Ewing. All glaze to Ethan Ewing. So, I'm still picking Malcolm Wellmaker. Some guy that I kind of know, met him at a bar, and he said he was really cool. So that also adds to it. That also adds to it. Malcolm Wellmaker is a badass, bro. He's a badass. I'm picking Malcolm Wellmaker by KO. I am, in the first round. If it makes it out of the first round, then let's go for it. Let's have a war. Juan Diaz, he is good. He is good, but we haven't seen him tested like this. And this is a big test. And I think Wellmaker is that good. He is that guy. Just Ethan Ewing is just a little bit better. So, let's move up the card. Du Hoi Choi versus Daniel Santos. Daniel Santos training with my boy, my good friend, Chute Box, Diego Lima, and Charles Oliveira. He is on a win streak of just Asian people, which I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that. Excuse me, I gotta drink some water. But I do think Du Hoi Choi is gonna win this fight. I do think he is. The Nate Landwehr one and the what was that dude's name? Bill Eligo. I mean, but think about, Charles Jourdain caught him. Jeremy Stevens caught him. That's not a good look. And I just think that Cub Swanson fight really knocked his confidence out. And now I think he's got his confidence back. That's what I'm thinking, is that he's built the back up. Getting these 2 KOs in a row, he's back to where he was, Back to where he was. Back to, sliming these dudes out. Tavares, he slimed that dude out. But I just think the Cub Swanson fight really took a lot of wind out of his sails, and he's got that back. And Daniel Santos, I do think he is good. I do really think he is good. But again, in that Ju Sung Yu fight, that was, what was that, UFC 320? Ju Sung Yu was styling on him, winning that fight. If he just wasn't so overconfident, he would have won that fight. And I don't think Du Hoi Choi is going to do that, where he's going to get super overconfident and start shaking his head. Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman maxing. I do think that he'll be able to stay calm and composed and find the shots. I do think he will. And that's why I'm picking him to win this fight. I do think Du Hoi Choi will win this fight. But I think it will be a really good fight. I'm very interested to see how this will go. I think this is very good matchmaking on this fight. But I really want to talk about the main event, so let's move on. Last fight of the night, Arnold Allen versus Michael Costa. I'm picking Arnold Allen to win this fight by decision. My reasoning is Michael Costa is a finisher. If this dude doesn't finish you, he's going to have he kind of, I don't want to say he slows down, but he doesn't get that momentum. Steve Garcia put him out. I'm thinking about that Steve Garcia loss. But at the same time, I'm thinking about Arnold Allen. Arguably he had a really good fight against Movsar Evloev. The Max Holloway fight, he had 2 rounds on Max. No, he was like 1 to 2 rounds on Holloway. That 5th round, he really rallied really well. World War III? Yeah, World War III. Let's go for that. So I do think that Arnold Allen is going to just outpace Michael Costa. I think Costa's going to be looking for those kicks, obviously, but I don't think Arnold Allen can be finished, man. This dude is made of something different. Think about that. John Silva is killing everybody. That dude is a monster. And I do think that John Silva has the toughest fight for Volkanovski, in the entire division. And I also do think that Diego Lopez got very lucky with that spinning elbow. Because think about what was happening in that round. Is John Silva, I was like, oh my God, John Silva's picking up the pace. He's finding his shots and hurting Diego Lopez on the feet. And then he just gets caught. But if John Silva isn't putting you out, then I don't think Michael Costa is. I know he just put out Dan Ige, but again, man, I'm just thinking about that pace that Arnold Allen can put on these guys. And I'm thinking about that Steve Garcia loss that Michael Zola Costa has, where he just kind of got in his face and blasted him against the cage. I don't think that um, Arnold Allen's gonna be able to put him out, because I do think he has. Arnold Allen has shown that he's, Michael Zolakostas gotten a lot better. Michael Zolakostas has gotten a lot better with his chin and with his, his fights. He's gotten a lot better. He's made incredible improvements. The Danny Ige fight was crazy, and the Morgan Charrier fight was crazy too. But again, man, I just think he's a finisher, and I don't think Michael Zola or Arnold Allen is there to be finished. If that makes sense, I don't think he is. So that's why I'm picking Arnold Allen to win this one by decision. I think this is a really good fight. I think this is gonna be entertaining, and I like Michael Zolakostas, and I love Arnold Allen. I like both these guys. So I'm gonna be just here for the ride, man. I'm gonna just be here for the ride. But I am looking forward to this card. I am looking forward to this card. So yeah, man. I think that's all I got. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna do a breakdown of the MVP card. I'm gonna do predictions on that, and then I'll be watching both cards Saturday night, and I'll do recaps of both. So that's all I got for you today. See you. Bye.